Talks are ongoing for a ceasefire in Gaza. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is still adamant that they will thrust into Rafah, the last safe place in the Hamas-ruled enclave, despite international pressure for Israel to avoid further civilian casualties. Netanyahu had a telephonic conversation with the U.S. President Joe Biden. We discussed the latest developments in the war, including Israel's commitment to achieving all of the war's goals, eliminating Hamas, freeing all of our hostages, and ensuring that Gaza will no longer pose a threat to Israel, while providing the necessary humanitarian aid. The situation is bleak in Gaza as the enclave faces widespread hunger. Namibia, that was once colonized by Germany and experienced genocide, has slammed those who are funding the war. South Africa and Namibia were taken over by the apartheid regime and were subjected to racial laws. Now the two nations are free and they are firmly behind the Palestinian cause.
What is happening in Palestine now is truly the type of crime that we never anticipated can happen. And what is more disheartening is not those who are doing it. Those who are doing it, the Israelis that is, are doing it with the support of members of the Security Council who should be the one to protect the weaker nations, the weaker people. They are allowing it to happen. And one day the world will wake up and truly lay blame on their conscience and on their records as leaders.
Israel has also responded to South Africa's special provisional measures request before the International Court of Justice after the Rafah attack. It has accused Pretoria of abusing the international legal system. But South Africa has rejected the argument.
Our further request is done in line with the rules of the ICJ, is done with international treaties and in line with the jurisprudence of the International Court of Justice. So it can't be abused because the situation has deteriorated since the court has made the ruling, and all institutions across the globe, including the Friends of Israel, Germany, you have seen a day or so ago, the US themselves, also their friends are saying the situation has deteriorated. There is a need for a ceasefire. Now the whole globe is in agreement that there must be a ceasefire, and the only way to help with the humanitarian aid and assistance and to avoid any form of famine is when a ceasefire is in place and humanitarian aid is allowed.
International aid agencies have warned that almost 2 million displaced residents in Gaza are facing new horrors amid a severe aid shortage and mounting psychological trauma, which has turned their Ramadan celebrations into utter despair. Khumalo, SABC News, Johannesburg.